In this video, we'll talk about integers. After natural and whole numbers, we learn integers. Why? Because we want to represent negative temperatures or depth by using the negative sign. So, what are examples of integers? Well, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and so on, but also -1, -2, -3, -4, and so on. And I wrote them as we represent them on the number line. So now how do we add two integers? Well, we have two rules. If they have the same sign, add the numbers and copy the sign. So for example, 2 plus 3, which you learned in first grade, because they have the same sign, right, in front of 2, it's a plus, which we don't put usually, it's implied. So because they have the same sign, 2 plus 3, it's 5, and in front of 5 we should put plus. But again, it's implied. Now if it was -2 plus -3, we still have the same sign, right? Both of them have negative in front of it. So we add the numbers, 2 plus 3 is 5, and we copy the sign that both of them had. So -3 plus -7, they have the same sign, so 3 plus 7 is 10, and we copy the minus. If they have different signs, subtract them and copy the sign of the highest number in magnitude. So -2 plus 3, they have different signs because in front of 3 it's a plus, which is implied. So we subtract the numbers. 3 minus 2 is 1. And now we have to decide which sign to write, this negative or this positive. Well, we have to write the sign of the highest number in magnitude. So when I look at the magnitude of -2, it's 2. The magnitude of +3, it's 3. So the highest one is 3. And in front of 3 was plus. So we put +1. -7 plus 4. Well, we do 7 minus 4 because they have different signs. That's 3. And the magnitude of -7 is 7. The magnitude of 4 is 4. So 7 is the highest. We copy the sign of the highest one. So it's -3. Let's take a look at subtraction. Subtractions means add with the opposite. So keep and change the sign into addition. And so keep the first number, change the sign into addition, and change the number into its opposite. So what do I mean by opposite? Well, opposite of 2 is -2. Opposite of -5, it's 5. Opposite of 0, well, it's just 0. Opposite of 1, -1. And so on. So if we have A minus -b, for example, we keep the first number, we change the subtraction into an addition, and we change the sign of the second number into its opposite. So -3 minus -4, it's actually -3 plus +4, and now we just have an addition problem, which means subtract the numbers because they have different signs, right? Here I have minus and here I have plus. So subtract the numbers. 4 minus 3 is 1, and copy the sign of the highest number, and between them it's 4. Four minus 7. So we change the subtraction into an addition, and we write the opposite of +7, which is -7. So 7 minus 4 is 3, and now we copy the sign of the highest number in magnitude, which is 7. So the answer is -3. Let's talk about multiplication and division for integers. Well, both of them have the same sign rule, so I'm going to write them. Positive times positive. So if you are multiplying two positive numbers, you're going to get positive. Positive times negative is negative. Negative times positive is negative. And negative times negative is positive. So if the signs are the same, you get positive, right? The signs are the same, you get positive. If the signs are different, you get negative. And the same applies for division. Positive divided by positive, it's positive. Positive divided by a negative number, it's negative. Negative divided by a positive number is negative. And negative divided by negative is positive. So 14 divided by 2, it's 7, right? Plus, plus. Negative 14 divided by negative 2 is positive 7. Negative 14 divided by positive 2 is negative 7. And 14 divided by negative 2 is negative 7. Similarly, 2 times 3, it's 6. Negative 2 times negative 3 is 6. Negative 2 times positive 3 is negative 6. And 2 times negative 3 is negative 6. And now let me show you a quick rule for adding integers. And that is thinking about teams. You have a team that is playing against another team. So for example, if you have to do negative 1 plus 2, right? Let's think that we have the two teams. We have a positive team and a negative team. The positive team scored 2 points because it has plus in front of 2. The negative team has 1 point because it's negative 1. Negative, it's in front of 1. So now, which team wins? Well, obviously, the positive team wins because it has more points. So the answer is going to be positive. And by how many points it wins? It means it wins by 1 point. Let's take a look at another one to see how this works. Negative 1 plus negative 2. So again, let's draw the teams, the positive team and the negative team. In the negative team, we have 1 point, and then also negative, it's 2. So we put 2, it's also in the negative team. Now, how many points does the negative team have? 3. And because it's the negative team, we put minus in front of it. Now, how about 1 plus negative 2? So again, we draw the teams, the positive team and the negative team. In front of 1, it's a plus. So we put 1 in the positive team. And negative 2 means 2 points in the negative team. Now, which team wins? The negative team wins because it has 2 points. And by how many points it wins? By 1 point. And let's try one more. Negative 1 plus 2. We know this since first grade, but let's just do the teams as well. In the positive team, we have 1 and 2. So how many points positive team has? 3. And because the positive, we put 3. So just a reminder, if we just write 2 in front of 2, it's a plus, but they are, even if we don't write the plus, it's implied, everybody knows it's a positive 2.